demonstrations demos that we had to do for like the fire marshal to get away with finally saying hi to the fucking rain. It took me like 13 years to figure it out. Thank you very much. And that is officially, 1 minute, that is officially the 85th time I've shat myself on stage. Because you felt how hot my flame was. Oh my God, is that real? Oh my Lord, I like it very much. When did you get that done? There's a big tattoo of my face on his arm.
Mine's cooler.
I can try. Oh, I like your little bracelet ring thing. Let's have a look. Okay, okay. And then if I mess it up, it's like, don't type it up. I think you can probably find me as well online somewhere. Oh my God, I did it.
Fucking hey, are you kidding me?
And so you felt how hot my fire was.
Literally have my pen ready.
Sometimes, like I mentioned at the top of the show, when it gets really, really hot in Vegas, they turn up, hello my love, you look very glamorous. They turn, you know, the air conditioning changes a bit, which is also like the dry smoke during
hello everybody else.
Sometimes it doesn't really work as dramatically when it's hot weather here because, you know, the air moves differently in the room and stuff like that. So I get very, very nervous. Thank you, my darling. Oh, I love them. Oh, look at the satin earrings. Thank you. And the hairstyle. Very good. It's very good fun. And, yeah, give me that water. Sorry, I know my mic is noisy. I just get so hot with that fire. So I've got to have my bejazzled fan and my bejazzled water. But anyway, so because the air can change, I get very frightened with hairspray in my hair. And I also have hair pieces in today, so that I'm sure they're real hair. I doubt that they would put fake ones in my hair, but I just get very nervous that I might combust, basically, and just blow up and be a witch. Anyway, I'm alright now. I'm going to kind of water. So normally, I've got to stop saying normally, I used to, when I would make my way from the stage up through here to come see you guys, I used to make a beeline for somebody that I would have spotted early on in the show. And I would normally stop, we would hug, we would cling on to each other, and sort of sometimes, quite often, people would cry, and I'd ask them, what's your name, where do you come from, and things like that. And then I would always ask them, what's one of your favourite memories from when you were younger? And which is quite a big question to ask somebody on the spot, A, that you don't know, but also being me, and being in a room full of like 4,500 other people. It's a bit awkward sometimes. But people often mention their grandparents, or being on a beach riding a bike, which, although many people seem to mention the same thing, I imagine that those are truly a lot of our core memories. Sometimes it's like, that moth is going crazy. I think he's enjoying the show. And then sometimes there's like hardcore fans who have watched the show online or been to the show before and have been waiting their whole life to tell me their deepest core memory, and it can be quite a lot, and then I have to live with it forever. And sometimes people are so gobsmacked they have nothing to say, but it's nice, and you know, we get very, very close. But the thing is I've been sick for most of this residency, and I figured, seeing as I don't really leave the house very much, I must be getting sick from all of those embraces and tears and things like that are being exchanged. So just to try my hardest to actually finish this residency. It's not that I don't love you, I haven't even been kissing my own child, so don't worry about it, it's not you, it's not personal. It's just, you know, kids are disgusting, aren't they? They don't touch everything. They touch everything, they don't wash their hands and they put it in their mouth. He's nearly a teenager, he still does it. They all do it. I watch them all. I'm like, are they going to touch that and then touch that? And then they lick their fingers. But anyway, but I end it with always telling one of my favourite memories from when I was younger. Now, please bear with me. I am absolutely scraping the barrel at this point because this is officially my 85th memory. That's a lot of memories to remember, right? And to be able to, like, you know, pick out of your brain. Maybe once Inside Out 2 comes out, I'll be able to access all of my core memories again. I'm very excited, that's one of my favourite films. But also, I might have repeated a few, so that's why I'm trying to really think of ones that I haven't said in a long time. Also, I don't only have positive memories, and I don't want to share negative memories with you. Imagine how depressing that would be. Anyway, as I mentioned to you earlier, I'm sunburnt today, and I was sunbathing yesterday. It was probably one of my first days this year of being able to sunbathe, just because I guess where the sun hits my garden and it hasn't been particularly hot in LA. And it made me think of, one of my best friends used to be my next door neighbour, she's not anymore sadly. But in COVID, I didn't see anybody. I was just talking to my kid, my cat and my dog. And occasionally I see my ex-husband cooking some food and stuff like that. But we were our own bubble. And remember it rained for like 2 or 3 weeks, when we were all in lockdown, which was cruel. And then suddenly it was like the hottest summer that ever happened. I got the tan of my life. And actually, for me, 2020, well, not 2020, but being restricted to the house was what I do every day. So I enjoyed it. And but one day my neighbour came over and I had this really, really long, this is a long story, sorry guys. I had this really, really long sunbed in my garden. Don't know, Raven, it's huge, right? It's basically the length of these two sides here, right? So she sat at one end and I sat at the other end and we were chatting and gossiping and stuff like that. And even though she too was taking it very seriously, we didn't want to risk getting COVID because we didn't really know what it was at that point. And then I went, oh, look at that, there's a snake, right? And she was like, what? She's from LA, I'm from England, but the only snakes I've ever seen are like in the zoo. And it definitely wasn't like a python or anything like that. I was like, I don't know, I think it's a garden snake or something like that. I wasn't worried. And she was like, does its tail look funny? I said, oh yeah, it does, yeah. Its tail does look funny. She was like, what does it look like? I was like, well, it kind of looks a bit like a maggot. It looks like a maggot on the end of the tail. And she was like, that's a rattlesnake. And I was like, fuck, right. And it's like, we were also trying, we didn't want to get off of the sun lounger because the snake was like being around us. So then she called her husband who was next door, who then came over, and I was like, stay away from me, with his giant rake, trying to get this snake. And we were just losing our minds, all three of us, trying to get away. Well, he was trying to catch the snake, we were trying to escape the snake, while trying not to get too close to each other, or to him, or to the snake. And it just reminded me of yesterday, because my friend came over, not the same friend, but my friend came over, and for some reason sat very, very far away from me. For no reason. He wasn't sick, and I wasn't sick. Hi, cutie down there. Hi. I like your dress. Anyway, that's my memory tonight. Told her I was breaking up the hole.
There you go.
This is when we were young.